Hey everybody, Christopher Naiman. Welcome back to another video. Well, this tutorial is going to help some of you because I had posted pictures of this monogram towel that I did on one of the brother groups on Facebook. And oh my gosh, so many of you were like going crazy over it and liking it and kept asking me, where did I get the font? Where did I get the font? Well, I don't spam on groups and I don't advertise stuff on groups. And even on my groups, I don't allow advertising or spamming. And most of my designs that I have, oh my God, I've been collecting them since 20 some years. And whenever I buy a design, I just put it into my hard drive. I don't even remember where I get them from. So, and then some of you asked me if it came like this. With the knockdown stitching and stuff. So I decided I'm going to do a tutorial for you all so you can actually see. And if you recognize the name of the font, then you can look it up yourselves and try to figure out where it came from. So here we go. All right. So now I am in Brilliance is the software I'm using. Now also, guys, I am not affiliated with any software company or nothing. Everything I do is on my own. I'm not getting paid. Now, if some of you people out there that may be, embroidery creators or whatever, hey, if you want me to support your products, I'd be happy to get a sponsorship from you all. But until then, I'm just going to tell people to go look on Google and stuff, because that's what I do. That's how I find stuff. All right. So anyway, here we go. All right. So, and if you have any more questions about Brilliance, guys, I've said this many times in my videos. I'm not an expert on this. I'm just showing you how I do it. And if you have any more questions with the software program itself, go to Brilliance directly. Go to the people who created it. Ask them directly. I don't know why you all are afraid to do that. I don't know why. Just like people who are afraid to open up their instruction manuals for their sewing machines and read how to use their machines. Or go to their dealers and take lessons in person. I don't know why you're all afraid of that. But anyway, here is how I created the monogram. And I know a lot of you are going to love this because you've been asking how I did it. And there were so many of you that were so sweet, just so sweet. And here, I'm sharing with you now, okay? Here we go. So I'm going to go up where the letter A is, okay? Letter A. And this is for my monogram lettering. And I'm going to do an N. And hit enter. Okay. Now, I'm looking at that and I'm saying, I don't want that N to be my monogram initial. I want something else. So let's see what I have in my folder here. Well, what I did was I went up here and I think I chose this one, Artisan. It's called Artisan. Yeah, that's the one. It's called Artisan. All right. So I did fit to hoop. Okay. And then I'm going to just make that a little smaller. A little bit smaller, and then I'm going to center it. There we go. Now the next thing I want to do is I want to add a basting stitch. So I'm going to go to utility and let's see, base design. There we go. The basting stitch. Wait a minute. Let's do that last. Let me get rid of that. Let me get rid of that basting stitch, guys. I think I'm going to do that last. Okay, so I'm going to click on it and delete on my keyboard. Okay, I'm going to do that last. All right, so let's see. Let me make this just a little bit smaller and then center it. Okay, now I'm going to do a knockdown stitch. So click on that. I'm going to go to Utilities. I'm going to click Add Knockdown Stitching. All right, and my inflation 5.0, density, all this is good. Bi-directional, yes. Okay, there it is. Click on it. Voila. Look how easy that was, right? Now I'm going to add a basting stitch. Utility, base design, there we go. Now, you're all asking me, like, why did you put a basting stitch on there? Well, because I'm using a water-soluble stabilizer on top. And if you saw my video short, you can see when I was embroidering it that I had a water-soluble stabilizer on top. And by basting the design first, it holds that water-soluble stabilizer down. Now, here's a trick I want to tell you. Pull up the bobbin thread and hold on to the top thread when it starts to do the basting stitch, and then it will actually sew well for you. You know how many times you try to do a basting stitch and it never grabs or it's so loose? Well, this is a trick that I figured out. pull up the bobbin thread like you used to do when you used to do free motion embroidery. Hold the bobbin and the top thread, and then click go for the basting stitch to go away around it, and he'll stay for you. And when you're done, you just clip underneath where all the bobbin thread is and pull out the top basting stitch, and everything comes apart. Now let's go to simulation here. Let me go to simulation. Where's the simulation? Here we go. Simulation. All right, here we go. Oh, before I do that, let's get out of simulation. Let's see if this is what I want. This is not what I want. This is opposite of what I want. The underlay for that towel that I did, I want that in the teal color because my towel is a teal color. All right, let's see here. Where's my teal? You know what you're doing, so you can choose any color you want, but let's just go. I'll just go sky blue for now, guys. And then in the lettering, I actually did a very light silver, but I'm just gonna make this white. There we go. See? So now you can see the design better too. So when you're embroidering yourself and you're not sending this to a friend, you're not selling it or whatever, you want to make sure that when you put your basting, your knockdown stitches, you want to make sure the knockdown stitches are matching the towel color. And as you saw, the basting stitch came up in black. That allows the thread color change, so it won't go from that to that and give you a chance. It'll give you a chance to get out of that, to cut the thread and move away, change the thread, and it'll come back. But anyway, this is how easy it is to do it in Brilliance. And I guess I'm doing this all in, is this Stitch Artist level 1, I think? Yeah, I think this is level 1. I think that's what it is. But that's how easy it was to do. Now, again, if you have any questions on what levels do what, or which programs do what, go right to in Brilliance, to their website directly, and read every section about every platform they have, and they'll tell you what each platform does. If you're not taking the time to do that, you are not helping yourself. Okay? You are not helping yourself. That's why I always tell everybody, Google stuff, so you can learn how to learn on your own. You understand? We've lost that ability to learn on our own, and we have so much technology at our fingertips today. Isn't it funny how it seems like people were smarter like decades ago when they didn't have technology? And it almost seems like people are, I don't want to call them dumber, I think maybe just more lazy, because they have all this technology to research this on their own, but they still want someone else to tell them things instead of them looking it up on their own. I don't understand that. But I come from a generation where we had to do a lot of elbow grease. You know what the elbow grease is, people? Elbow grease is when you have to do the work yourself. You got to get in and do the work yourself. And guess what? When you do the work yourself, you learn and you never forget it. And you become self-sufficient and independent. Yeah, it's true. Anyway, I hope this helped you all. And till my next video, I'll talk to you all later. Bye.